Look at all this snow. We've got to get this snowmobile finished tonight, so hopefully we can ride it tomorrow. Let's get into it. All right, so the plan on the snowmobile tonight is to get ourselves a new oil feed line attached to that. That's the oil pump. It's actuated by the throttle lever. And attach our oil tank, possibly it mounts here. This bolt, or this nut, and that nut down there. You can actually see where, well, part of the old bracket is currently still on there, so somebody cut it off. There we go. Well, I think doing that alone justifies the cost of a power ratchet. All right, so we got the bracket mounted. This oil tank mounts something like this. Something like that. Such a strange mount. That's all I have to say. It goes like this. This goes underneath. We'll mess with this thing later. So we do know that this line is going to go up here to this tank. So we can safely probably cut this to about here. Just add a couple inches just in case I need to turn it back. So here's how we mounted the oil tank. I bought a few different brackets off of eBay, and this one seemed to be the correct bracket. So just mounted it to that stud here and this stud here, and just it's held on by a clamp. I used a vacuum nipple to seal off the second oil tank hose, and the one line is running to the oil pump, as you cannot see right there. And then this one I assume is just a breather, so I'll probably put a hose on it later. So for the fuel pump, so I just ran new lines to it. Hopefully that functions when I put new gas in it. I do need to replace the filter, and I do have a filter, and I think I'm gonna mount it maybe over here out of the way. Or maybe I'll probably have it down low, maybe right down there somewhere. But this is a reusable fuel filter. I got off Amazon, it was like $9, so not bad. We're gonna go ahead and feed the carb some pre-mixed fuel, fill this up with oil, and let it run for a little bit. So I'm just gonna throw this premium 2-cycle engine oil in here. All right, so the next thing I need to do is I need to bleed the air out of this oil pump. The bolt I need to open is that one right there. Barely get my finger to that one right there. So probably get a socket down in there, maybe a wrench, see if I can crack that open and vacate the air from the oil line. Now it is the ever-long search for the I guess that in my hand. Look at this. See if we can break this free. So I cracked that bleed valve loose, as you can see, and I am bleeding out all the air from the line. All right, the bleeder valve is back on, and I will say it is a pain in the ass to get to that. If I have to do this again, I'm taking this carb off. I'm kind of upset. I got all kinds of oil all over my super clean snowmobile, but it's all right, it's all right. So now we're going to feed it some fuel, start it up, and just kind of monitor it and go from there. Hang this little siphon over here and let's crank her up. Hold on, I need the pink screwdriver. Adjustment screwdriver. I actually need to quit messing with this carb also because I need to let it warm up, then mess with it. And then of course, full choke. No choke. So what I did, I got the fuel, the oil tank mounted today. I got all the fuel lines redone. I think I got the carb kind of tuned a little bit, and put this nice little wire tie on there to hold this shield down. That's about it. All right, we need to get some gas, and maybe we can take this thing on a ride tomorrow. Filled up. So I filled it up with pre-mixed, geez, I cannot talk. So I fixed it,